10 books that could completely change your life. You'll wish you read them sooner. Imagine waking up 1 year from today. You're more confident, you're financially smarter, you finally stick to your goals. Your relationships are healthier, and you're no longer the person who gives up halfway through every dream. Now here's the crazy part. What if all of that started with just one book? Not a magic pill, not $1 million investment, just one idea from one page in one book. Today, I'm sharing 10 self-improvement books that have changed millions of lives. But here's the twist. The book that impressed me the most isn't necessarily the one everyone talks about. So stay until number 1, because it may completely change the way you think about success. Let's begin. Number 10, The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Let me ask you something. Have you ever spent an entire day feeling terrible because of something someone said? Most of us have. This little book teaches 4 surprisingly simple rules that can completely transform your mindset. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best. Simple, yes, easy, not even close. But imagine how peaceful life would become if you actually lived by those 4 agreements every single day. And trust me, we're only getting started. Number 9, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Here's an interesting question. Why do some people inspire millions, while others with even more talent struggle to inspire anyone? Simon Sinek believes the answer isn't what they do, it's why they do it. To create this game, think about companies like Apple. People don't just buy their products, they buy into their mission. The same principle applies to your career, to your business, even your personal life. Once you discover your why, decisions become much easier. But the next book explains why talent alone isn't enough. Number 8, Grit by Angela Duckworth. We often hear people say, he's just naturally gifted. But what if that's not the biggest reason people succeed? Angela Duckworth spent years studying high performers. What she discovered surprised many researchers. The most successful people weren't always the smartest or the most talented. They simply refused to quit. She calls this quality grit, passion, persistence, and showing up long after everyone else has given up. Now here's something even more interesting. The next author says success isn't about staying positive all the time. Number 7, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a TK by Mark Manson. Most self-help books tell you to think positively. Mark Manson says, not so fast. Life is hard. Problems are unavoidable, and pretending otherwise only makes things worse. Instead, he teaches you to choose carefully what deserves your energy and what deserves absolutely none of it. It's funny, brutally honest, and surprisingly freeing. But wait until you hear the next book, because it might explain why you've been holding yourself back without even realizing it. Number 6, Chi Nada Patanj, a Mindset by Carol S. Dweck. Imagine 2 students who both failed the same exam. One says, I'm just not smart. The other says, I need a better strategy. Same failure, completely different future. Carol Dweck calls this the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. One believes abilities are permanent, the other believes they can be developed. That single belief can determine whether someone succeeds or quits before they even begin. Now let's talk about something almost everyone struggles with today, distractions. Number 5, Deep Work by Cal Newport. When was the last time you worked for 2 straight hours without checking your phone? Exactly. We're living in the most distracted generation in history. Notifications, social media, emails, messages, they constantly compete for our attention. Cal Newport argues that the ability to focus deeply has become one of the rarest and most valuable skills you can develop, and those who master it often outperform everyone else. Speaking of mastering your mind, the next book takes us in a completely different direction. Number 4, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Have you noticed something? Most anxiety comes from worrying about tomorrow. But most regret comes from thinking about yesterday. Very little suffering actually happens right now. That's the message of the power of now. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that peace isn't found in the future, it's found in the present moment. Learning to live there can completely change your mental health. But if you're looking for pure motivation, the next book hits like a freight train. Number 3, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. David Goggins grew up facing poverty, abuse, racism, and self-doubt. Most people would have accepted defeat. He didn't. Instead, so he became a Navy SEAL, an ultra-marathon runner, and one of the toughest endurance athletes in the world. His message, your mind quits long before your body does. He challenges readers to stop negotiating with discomfort and start embracing it. By now, you've probably noticed a pattern. Real growth isn't comfortable. And the next book proves that small changes often beat dramatic ones. Number 2, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Here's a question. Would you rather improve by 50% overnight or just 1% every day? Most people choose the first option. James Clear says the second option wins every time. Tiny improvements don't seem impressive today, but over months and years, they create extraordinary results. His famous habit system has helped millions build better routines and break destructive ones. It's practical, easy to understand, and incredibly effective. But the number 1 book on today's list takes this idea even further. Number 1, Mini Habits by Frank Egbetamah. Imagine setting a goal so ridiculously small that failing becomes almost impossible. Instead of telling yourself you'll read 50 pages, you read 1. Instead of promising a 2-hour workout, you begin with a single push-up. It sounds too simple to work. Yet that's exactly why it does. Mini Habits explores how tiny daily actions gradually reshape your mindset, productivity, finances, and personal discipline. The book explains that lasting transformation rarely begins with giant leaps. It begins with one small action repeated consistently. Sometimes the smallest habit creates the biggest life change. Final thoughts. Here's something I've learned. People often think successful individuals know something the rest of us don't. In reality, so many of them simply read books that change the way they think. One great book can introduce you to an idea that changes your habits. Those habits change your decisions. Your decisions shape your future. So here's my challenge to you. Don't try to read all 10 books this week. Just choose one. Read it, apply it, and let it change you. Now I want to hear from you. Which book on this list have you already read? And which one are you adding to your reading list today? Will you start reading today? Leave your answer in the comments. I read as many as I can. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to become a better version of themselves. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. You are responsible for your success.